Kendrick and Drake both made chess moves last night, but who won? What up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Man, this thing got dark real quick, didn't it? It got really, really dark, really, really quick. And I am here to finally close this thing out. I will not be reporting on anything going forward. I will not be doing any response videos after today, because this thing is pretty much over. I'm just going to be honest with you. There is no need for any more records. What's most disappointing about this is the fans. It's not about the artists themselves. What's more puzzling, and I want to get into everything. We're going to be here for a while. If you got attention span, stick with me. I'm going to go to the lyrical breakdown. I'm going to break down both songs. We're going to do all of that. But what's the most disappointing thing about this thing that I'm not going to participate in is the fandom of this. It is the saddest thing I've ever seen when these fans are jumping through hoops for whoever they want to jump through hoops for. And I'm not going to be politically correct in the end of this thing. I'm not. I'm just letting you know right now. I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm going to be probably a little controversial, and I'm damn sure going to be absolutely nasty. And it's not going to be pretty. But we're gonna work our way to that. We're going to get there. This is my final. I'm not talking about this no more. I'm not going to be engaging online. It is the saddest thing to see when a person absolutely refuses on either side of this thing. But I'm telling you, I'm leaning already. I already leaned to Kendrick. I'm just going to be, before you get 10 minutes in, trying to figure out where I'm going. But when a person, even on both sides, leans so hard to one guy, they give zero credit. Zero. No matter what that guy says, it's whack, it's trash, it's mid, because they're standing on the side of the other opponent, right? Hip hop has become a political campaign. The fans have become ravenous zombies in support of whoever they have no actual objectivity. It is embarrassing. I'm going to break down these songs and I'm going to tell you why I am embarrassed for hip hop itself, the fans itself. And I'm going to be pretty blunt. We still have hope. We still have hope. We can take hope in a couple little things, like actually most of the people are understanding what lyricism actually is, right? They both are doing great jobs of presenting their cases. It's just one is doing it better. But some people can't actually process that. Some people can't process it. Some people refuse to process it, right? With that being said, I'm gonna tell you what's bothering me right before I break down these lyrics. I'm gonna go through both records, Family Matters. I'm gonna go through Meet the Grams, and I'm gonna wrap it up with a bow on top of it, and I'm gonna click this thing off. Now, the simple fact of the matter is, we're judging a MC battle, a rap battle. Rap battles tend to sometimes have theatrics. We saw 50 Cent do a complete theatrical breakdown of first Ja Rule, and then he tried to break down Officer Ricky, aka Rick Ross, and I'm not calling Officer Ricky to be disrespectful. I'm just telling you what he was calling him. But Rick Ross fought back and surprisingly held his own. And surprisingly, you can't tell me that 50 Cent rolled over Rick Ross or Rick. That battle, online and on record, went to either one you want to give it to, right? You can't say one loss or one or loss, but it was a lot of theatrics is what I'm trying to say. We are in an era now where you just can't drop the music and let it stand on its own. Now, Kendrick did that and it's still on his own. But Drake had a few theatrics with this battle. So we're going to judge how the theatrics worked and who actually won at the end of this battle based on what the battle's supposed to be. You're supposed to be judging This guy don't like that guy, and he's a rapper and he's a rapper. So the natural order of things is they rap against each other. Fine. So we're gonna judge them on their rapping. Cool. Let's judge them on their rapping. Boom. We get the verse. We get to like that. We get to like that verse. Most people think it's crazy. This thing goes number one. It's a number one record. Kendrick is hailed as one of the nastiest to ever drop a verse. He came out of nowhere and hit these two dudes up for this first person shooter song. Fine. We get that. Boom. Like that. Gets mixed reaction. But I hear it when I go out to clubs. People are banging this and they're going nuts in clubs for it. So I don't know what else you need to know, right? So end of the day, like that shakes up the whole internet to the fact where J. Cole is pressured into responding. He responds, takes it back, apologizes, steps out of the way. Boom. Drake comes back with this, it took him a while, let's be honest, but he comes back and what was the first one? It was Push-Ups. I believe they put it out themselves to get the actual feel of it from the people. Fine, we get the feel of it. Some people say it's this, some people say it's that. He hears that feedback, remixes the beat, changes a few lines, boom, goes on all streaming services. Now we got the full track, right? Boom. It goes up. His fans love it. He's like, where's Kendrick? Nah, we ain't waiting. Where's Kendrick? Drop that. We want to hear that. Pressing him to do his thing, right? No Kendrick. We come back. Few days later, I don't know how many days, Taylor Made drops. Boom, another one. He hit him with another gut shot. Boom, boom. He got Tupac on it. He got Snoop on it. Fine, bang, bang. This is all theatrics. At this point, you are seeing a full-on Broadway play. You're seeing a full-on show. This guy has Tupac voice. He has Snoop's voice. He's talking down to Kendrick. A lot of people don't remember that. He was the one talking as if he was talking to him, right? He was talking in Snoop's voice and talking in Tupac's voice is like, yo, Kendrick, you got to get up. You got to support. You got to defend the West Coast, da-da-da. Taking little digs at him along the way. Then he rapped in his own voice. Boom, bang, bang. For some reason, he put out the version without the AI. I don't know if it was to... This is what I mean. This rollout was kind of weird to me, right? You leaked it, then you changed it, then you come out with the AI one, then you release it without the AI on it as well a day later, whatever. It's like someone trying to figure out what's going to work and what ain't, right? It's fine. That's where we are. To me, it was kind of a clunky rollout. We didn't have no, I'm going to drop it, but take it back stuff from Kendrick. We didn't have none of that. We just waited. We waited. He waited till it was ready, right? We get the Taylor Made. The reaction is mixed at best, right? It's mixed. I personally, when on the record said it was creative. Whether you like it or not, it was creative. The AI effects were hit or miss. If you liked it, you didn't like it, whatever. I realized that I miss Tupac. I just realized that I don't even know what you feel. I feel like I miss Tupac. That's all I got from that, right? But end of the day, that was fine. We were waiting for Kendrick. We're waiting. We're like, okay, what's going on? Finally, we get a random drop on random Instagram posts from Kendrick Lamar. And it is 616. All of this is happening in a matter of days. He drops, actually, no, I'm bugging. I'm bugging. I jumped ahead. I'm sorry. It's not 616. It's Euphoria. It is, to most of us, an absolute disaster for Drake. A lot of Drake fans downplayed it, and this is why I'm going with the fandom. This guy has dropped now a third record, and the fans are still saying that he's whack. Everything he did is whack. We got to play fair at some point, but I want to keep it moving, right? I did breakdowns on all the stuff. You can go check them out. I gave Drake props when he had dropped push-ups. I said he's winning, right? I gave him the props. I said he's winning. He did what he needed to do. I was surprised that he came back, and the way he came back, I was surprised, right? Boom. Euphoria drops. I was like, this thing is over. I'm just going to be honest with you. And what I said in the video, I said, it's not over because Drake won't respond. It's over because he won't be able to do anything against this man, even when he responds. He does not have the lyrical capabilities. And if he does respond, it's going to get worse. I said that. I said, this guy is too lyrical. It's going to get worse and worse and worse lyrically. Now, let's recap what was said in Push-Ups. He was saying, drop and give me 50, top gets half your money, da-da-da, well, all this stuff, right? Something about Whitney, da-da-da, little stuff, right? And it was met again with mixed reviews. All of his fans loved it, right? Okay, boom. I thought it was a good record. I thought it was like I was surprised how good it was, to be honest with you. So then we get to 6/16 in LA, right? Which is an extremely lyrical takedown. And at this point, I really was like, I don't need to hear nothing else. Drake, please don't respond. You do not have the lyrical capability. You can rap. You're a good rapper. You're not going to be able to out-lyrically beat this man lyrically. And leave it alone, because when you do respond, whatever he says after this, going to be more lyrical. It's going to be more destructive, right? Fine. Some people call me biased. Some people said, you don't give Drake when credit is due, even though I had just said that he was winning and the record was good, right? But fine. 616 drops. And I don't think it was a day, maybe. I'm bugging. Before maybe Drake dropped, what's this song that he just came out with last night? Because I barely got the 616 review up, and I was told that Drake dropped. So I got to stop what I'm doing. This was last night to hear the Drake song, Family Matters. Drake is promoting it on his Instagram. He's promoting it on his Twitter, right? And by now you're like, oh, this dude ain't playing. They playing lyrical combat, lyrical chess. They're moving chess pieces around. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's so much to talk about, people. I'm just giving you a quick breakdown so you understand why this battle was really won or lost, right? Now, Drake drops Family Matters. It's a rebuttal. Some scathing commentary in that rebuttal. Says that Kendrick is beating his queen. He's a fake activist. And he's not about that life. And yet again, he's short, right? Calls him Rakim. He said, go hand him a Grammy. And things of that nature, right? Yeah, so I listened to that one. And I'm just, this is how I'm just going to be freaking honest with you people. Because I'm not talking about this no more. I was literally hoping I wasn't even going to do a video on it, be honest with you. Because albeit from listen, I liked quite a few of the lines in it. Some hot lines. I did like I laughed at some of the stuff. I was like, oh, that's pretty clever. He said, let me speak to your aunt. He said, let me speak to the man of the house, your uncle. Which means he's talking about his aunt that used to be a woman, now turned to auntie. My auntie was a man now. Yeah. Thought that was clever. It's a lot of clever stuff in here, but I'm like, and this is where it goes down for the Drake fan that want to check out. I was like, all of that's okay, but there's nothing really here. Like, he's a wife beater, allegedly. Now, Kendrick has alluded to problems with his girl, and he has alluded to going to therapy. I don't know to what degree that they've gotten to it or what have you. Fine. But I'm going to be fair. And when I do these lyrics, I'm going to say what I liked and didn't like. But I'm going to be honest. I didn't want to review the song because people were going to say that I was biased. When I said that song was not strong enough lyrically, right? Yeah, it's good to get a bop that you can do the TikTok dances, and that's cool. That's cool. I don't listen to rap battles for the beat to be a bop. I'm sorry, I don't know about you. And I'm real disappointed in a lot of the people that I thought were real hip hop heads that was complaining about Kendrick's beat on this record, the third one, the Meet the Grams, which happens to be what it appears to be one song that was broken into pieces. I'm going to tell you why this battle was lost by Drake, but I'm going to read his lyrics. I'm going to read his lyrics. The battle was lost by Drake on many levels, but I'm going to read his lyrics so we can see where he punched hard. This was Pacquiao versus Mayweather. These guys were fighting, bro. I got to give props to Drake for being a very worthy opponent. Let's just be honest. But to say that Drake won, which is some people are saying 3-0 Drake, I don't know what they're judging this on. Now, I get it. I am more lyrical. I need more substance. So I want to go through this thing, and we can go substance. We can go gotcha moments. We're going to go through all that. Let me just start this. I like how Drake started this record off. We're doing Drake's verses now, right? Maybe it starts this woman saying, maybe in this song you shouldn't start by saying, then he goes, nigga, I said it. I like that. That hard shit, I like that. Let's go, right? I like that. He said, I know that you mad. I've emptied the clip over friendlier jabs. You mentioned my seed. Now deal with his dad. I gotta go bad. I gotta go bad. Yeah, drop. Drop a 50 for the mob in the spot. Drop a 50 bag. 20 for the thought. And it's really trying to keep it PG. I'm PG. If you get your set up, then you get your ass. If you had a set, then you will get your ass a DP, right? Okay, so it goes, two civilians getting real like you PC. You know who really bang my set? Who know who really bang a set? YG. You know who really bang a set? Chuck T. You know who really bang a set out there? It's CB. He's talking about Chris Brown, which he goes on to call Kendrick a wife beater or a girl beater, and then he shouts out big Chris Brown, who's allegedly done the same thing. So let's keep it moving. Cole losing sleep on this, it ain't me. I like that line. I like that he was like, Cole losing sleep on this, it ain't me. But I'm going to be perfectly honest. There is way too much addressing of other people. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you something you already know. We have not got a full diss track from Drake for anybody because there's always other people in there. And if you're going to say, well, it's a 20, he don't need to, but then make a song for all of them. It's like ADD, it's distracted, right? So we got this record, and to the people, this is where the interview, the show goes left, because I'm going to break this down for what it is, bro. You're saying you're supposed to be dissing Kendrick. We're in here, all we've heard so far, and let's just be honest. He said, you mentioned my seed. He said, if you was really in a gangbanging set, you would have got a DP, right? That's cool, but I don't think Kendrick goes around saying he's in a gangbanging set. But that's okay. Let's keep it moving. He says, you're losing sleep. Cole losing sleep, but it ain't me. You better have some paperwork or that shit is fake tea. He's talking about when Kendrick said something about wearing a wire, right? He said something about wearing a wire. He alluded to someone wearing a wire. He didn't say who it was. He didn't say whatever. Drake is saying, you better have some paperwork or it's fake tea. He said, I mean, it's true. He said, you better have some paperwork or it's fake tea. Can't be rapping about no ratting that we can't read. That's facts. If you're going to say somebody ratted, have the paperwork. But at the end of the day, we already seen that with 50. They pulled out paperwork, and what people say was fake. Irv Gotti pulled out the paperwork on 50. They said the paperwork was fake, right? So we've seen that before, the theatrics, but let me keep it moving. I don't think in a rap battle, you got to go around trying to prove everything you're saying. What we're going to do going forward on this video, we're going to assume that everything is true, right? We're going to assume every bar is true, because I already said in the last video that he has to make it that everything is not true to have a chance in this battle, because if the stuff is true that he's saying about him, he's an awful human being. So he has to say it's all cap. So we're going to assume that everything is true. Everything Drake is saying about Kendrick is true. Everything Kendrick is saying about is true. So let's keep it moving. Because I'm not going to just assume everything is a lie. We're going to assume it's true. I don't have time to figure out if it's true or not. All right. He says, can't be rapping about no writing that we can't read. I mean, it's true a nigga slimy for my AP. That's he's saying he got robbed. He got it. He said, I'm admitting that. That's the first thing he's admitted. He said, just like how Metro slimed the N-word for his main squeeze. So we just drifted off of Kendrick to Metro. Now, this is really him just responding. He is saying, I don't have no paperwork on me. Show it if you got it. Then he said, if you was in a gang, you would have got DP. Now, we're a couple of bars in. I ain't hearing nothing yet. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not hearing nothing to Kendrick that is like, wow, Kendrick is an awful person. He just got Kendrick. There's nothing. Yes, he mentioned J. Cole, YG, Chuck T, Chris Brown, and now Metro. Barely anything about Kendrick. This is what I'm talking about. This is just a bunch of fluff to me. I didn't want to do the album. I didn't want to do the song review because to me, it's cute little lines. There's nothing hitting Kendrick in here. I'm just going to be honest. That's why they're on Twitter stretching this thing about Kendrick hitting his girlfriend. They're stretching that shit because there's nothing else in here. If I was a Drake fan, I would kind of be a little bit offended right now that this is the best thing that came out of this camp. And what happened was it only had about 15 minutes of life. Drake couldn't even celebrate this thing too long because this dude pushed the button. Now, we're talking about playing chess. This dude had 3 of them. When all this time when Drake was talking, nah, you ain't getting out of that. This dude wasn't even listening to them. He was already writing them double and triple entendres that you was talking about. This dude made a whole play. He made a whole freaking play with acts, act 1, act 2. This dude wrote a whole freaking script. And it got worse as it went along. So as your fans started saying, that's not enough, he came with something worse. That ain't enough, he came with something even worse. So what I'm saying is this ain't gonna cut it. He's breaking down this man's character. Now, I'm going to get further. Drake does attempt to break his character. But he didn't expect Meet the Grams to come back and be so devastating. It's so devastating. Academics been up all night trying to misdirect this thing all over the place. He's saying Kendrick got fake bots on YouTube because the numbers was going up so fast. Hasn't been confirmed. His numbers are still there. They didn't remove the video, nothing. No one believes that Kendrick is using bots. No one. Except, guess who? Drake fans. I'm going to finish because I said I would. I'm going to finish. But I'm already getting turned up because it's weird to me to have these people seeing the play that they got a whole agenda of crisis management. You know what people do? They accuse you of doing shit they doing. He used the exact words, crisis management. That let me know that they're using crisis management. Who camp you think look like they're using crisis management more? This dude has academics out in full force on all his pages, writing all this crazy shit. That's easily debunked, right? And Kendrick dropped that thing at whatever time he dropped it and hasn't posted nothing else. He hit the button on that thing. This is what happened. He said, I'm going to save the third one for the night he dropped. I don't give a fuck if that shit's 10 years from now. When he dropped that record, I'm going to hit publish. I'm going to mess his whole campaign up. He ain't even going to have that thing up for a freaking 60 minutes. This thing right here, Drake didn't even get to enjoy this thing. Because on his story, he had to respond to Kendrick. He put on the story, nah, if somebody could find that little girl of mine, send her home because these dudes is in shambles. That's not an admission. That's not a denial. I'm trying to figure out where they're saying he denied it. Where did he deny the little girl? I'll wait. He put up a post that said, if you find a little girl, send her home. Bro, listen, I'm not talking about this no more. I'm not talking about it no more. It's so beneath me. It's so stupid that these people are defending this guy. This guy told you this guy is a pill-popping pervert. And you went and said it's all cap. Kendrick beats his girl. Whatever Drake said on his thing was true. Whatever Kendrick said was a lie. No matter what it was. Now, let me keep this moving because I want to be fair and honest. But I'm just telling you, this ain't it. It's some cool bars in here, right? Let me just keep it moving. Just like Metro slimed the nigga for his main squeeze. Out here begging for attention. Niggas say please. Always rapping like you about to get the slaves freed. But you won't go to your hood to plant money trees. Everybody know Kendrick gave $1 million to Compton schools. I don't know what's happening here. I don't understand this. I want to cut this video off because it's so stupid that niggas think these bars is realistic. It's irritating at this point, bro. It's irritating. We saw Kendrick at the protest. What are you talking about? You always rapping like you want to get the slaves free. What, you don't want them free? All right, let me keep it moving, bro. But you won't go to your hood to plant money trees. You say you hate you say you hate the girls I fuck, but what that really mean? I've been with a black and white and everything that's in between. You the black messiah wifing up a mixed queen. Now everybody was online saying Kendrick was wrong for bringing up this guy's blackness. Drake comes right back and brings up this girl's blackness. And hit vanilla cream to help out with your self-esteem. Kendrick did say on Mr. Morale. Most of this stuff is from Mr. Morale. Most of these things on here is from Mr. Morale. This guy has nothing. If I had you know what, bro? If I had a battle with a dude and I went to, all I had to do was go to his records, right? And take the stuff he already said. How can I win that battle? Let me keep it moving. I'm not going much further, bro. He said, we could have left the kids out of this. You never told you, why you never hold your son and tell him say cheese? But he got his son on the album cover. All right. You did her dirty all your life. You're trying to make peace. Okay. My battery about to die. Listen. You did her dirty all your life. You're trying to make peace. I heard one of them little kids might be Dave Freeze. That's good. Maybe it is. That would be a good thing. Now, a lot of people saying Kendrick's thing about the baby is cap. Won't even put two thoughts into it. But they love that Dave Free line. Kendrick, baby is Dave Free. They love it. Right? And I said before he even dropped, I said this thing was going to be about females, babies, and money. Literally nothing else. Females, babies, and money. And trying to say Kendrick is in 1 minute he says he's a gangbanger, and the next minute he says he's an activist. I didn't know being an activist, I didn't know that was something's wrong with that, right? But, you know, oh, yes, it's a fake activist. All right, so let me keep it moving. He said, you could have left the kids out of this. Don't blame me. You a dog and you know it. You just play sweet. That's a good line. Your baby mama captions always screaming, save me. That's good. His Kendrick girl is always writing captions. They got problems. She's writing statuses. that's an angle you could take. Once again, we're talking about. So let me keep this moving. I'm telling you, I'm not talking about this no more. No more. I'm not doing this. This is when a lyricist and a rapper meet. The rapper gonna do surface level shit. All right. Everything he's got is from this girl's status. It's from Mr. Morale. It's surface level shit. Let me keep it moving. Don't make it Dave Freeze, because if your GM is your BM, because your GM is your BM secret baby daddy, then this is all making plenty sense to me. Hey, let that shorty breathe. Shake that ass, bitch. Hands on your knees, hands on your knees, hands on your knees. Shake that ass for Drake. It says, blah, 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 blah. Well, not that kind of free. I'm talking about my nigga Dave. Your man, a little K. That's that shit I call a mini Drake. He's calling Kendrick a little K. He's talking about his height, saying he's short. He says he always said I overlooked him. I was staring straight. He's saying that he's so short, he's just looking straight and he's looking over him. Yep. And then he says, I know you like to keep it short, so let me paraphrase. Knew it was smoke when Abel hit us with this. I'm not reading none of this weekend diss. Matter of fact, when he started dissing other people, I'm ignoring the whole shit. Because we talking about Kendrick Lamar. So then the next verse, let me stop playing around. Take this shit serious, niggas. Is a joke. I'll take you serious, though. This is when the beat changes. He gets a little more impassionate. He gets a little more focused on Kendrick. Look, if Drake shooters doing TikToks, realest shooters in your gang, that's P's brother. You ain't getting shit shot. He's talking about when Kendrick is talking like blah, 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 blah. About sticks and da-da-da. He said, I can't listen to that stick talking falsetto, save it for a hip-hop nigga. And he's saying basically like all that tough talk you talking about what you gonna shoot, da-da-da, about Andre 3000 stick, save that. Your little squeaky ass voice ain't scaring nobody. Only people believing you is them hip-hop dudes. That's what he's trying to say. Y'all don't ever be home, dog. You got a souvenir out the gift shop. Still mad about that one hole. We ain't even F. We just lip locked. So he's saying that Kendrick is mad about some female that they both was after and he kissed up on her or whatever happened. But he's saying, you ain't got to be mad about that. I ain't even smash, right? I get active when it's wartime. I ain't even really let my dick drop. I heard Rick drop, and then he starts talking about Rick Ross. We're going to skip all over that. He started talking about my last record deal was 40 M's. That's a low ball. He's talking about money. Then he says, I always knew I had to smoke y'all. Good kid, Mad City van. We'll pop the latch and let the door slide. Tears running down my cheek. Laughing at you pussies dying. It's a war cry. That's all your friends dipping to Atlanta paying to just find a tour guide. Abel, he started talking about Weekend. I'm not reading that. Then he calls him Rakim. He says, Gas, could you hit my BM first? Do the math who I was hitting then. I'm assuming he's saying, I hope he's talking about Kendrick, but I don't know if he's talking about Kendrick, but it seemed like he is. He called him Rakim, so it must be. Then he said, I ain't know you rap still because they talking about your fit again. He's talking about Kendrick when he was modeling. Probably got a kid again before you think of dropping any shit again. Even when you do drop, they gonna say you should model because it's mid again. Smoking Fenty. They about to put you on the first. You would have won. You try to get it. Ask Fring if it's good. I did. Next time you cuddled in the bed again. She'll even tell you leave the boy alone before you get your head split again. Pluto, he starts talking about the future. I'm not reading none of that. Then he starts talking about Rick Ross. I'm not reading that. I'm going to go to verse 3. Kendrick opened his mouth. Someone hit him with a Grammy right now. Where's your uncle at? Because I want to talk to the man of the house. That's funny. West Coast dudes like FaZe, right? Come get this ass whooping. I'm handing them out. Y'all want to take up for Pharrell, then get his legacy out. Then come get his legacy out of my house. I guess he owns, what was it, the chains? He said, I thought he melted the chains down. He said, come get his legacy out of my house. Was it Pharrell's chains? I don't know. Y'all tell me. You want to take it for Pharrell. Da-da-da. A cease and desist is for hoes. Can't listen to lies that come out of your mouth. You called the Tupac estate and begged him to sue me and get that shit down. So he's insinuating that Kendrick called Tupac estate and begged them to get down the whatever. Okay. I'm losing perspective on beef. Boy Wonder send a beat and I'll kill you for fun. Your daddy got robbed by Top. So he's saying your daddy got robbed by Top because Kendrick's father used to work in what I believe was like a Church's Fried Chicken or something, a Popeyes, and Top, who runs Top Dog Entertainment, came in one day to rob it. And I believe something transpired where he ended up not robbing it or talking them out of it or whatever, or he did rob it, whatever. In the end of the day, he ended up giving them chicken for free or whatever, and they end up becoming cool, and he ended up signing his son to the label. But end of the day, he's saying that your pops got robbed by Top. He didn't necessarily rob him. He robbed the chicken place, if my information is correct. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's a hot line when he didn't necessarily rob his dad, but whatever. So, let me see. Keep it moving. You Stunner and Wayne, like father, like son. Your daddy got robbed by Top. You Stunner and Wayne, like father, like son. So he's insinuating something happened with his dad the same way it happened with him. Anthony set up the plays. Kojo be charging you double or none. They shook about what I'm going to say, but texting your phone like we already won. You tell me what I shouldn't say, but F it, my nigga, it's already done. He's talking about you shouldn't, about his family, da-da-da. We know it's 20v1. You already know. Why you went number one is clearly because of the boy. He's saying Kendrick going number one on that. When the song outstream every rap song of the year 2024, he's saying that's because of me, and you know you wouldn't have done it no other way. So he's saying that's because of me too. He said the honorable thing is to give me the loot. You right. F the big three, it's only Big D, saying he's the only one. He said, and there's big proof, and there's video proof. So let's stick right there. Let's sit right there. And this is where this all goes left. He said, you right about F the big three. It's only Big Three, and there's video proof. He's insinuating that there's a video of his penis being big out there on the internet. That's what he's trying to say. Now, a lot of people glossed over what Kendrick said later in this song, that this dude leaked his own video of his penis. Remember a couple of months, there was a video leak of Drake holding his penis? Kendrick said he did it himself. Let me keep this moving, and we're going to go. I'm not going to be here much longer, I promise you. So all of this is, he's answering. He's responding. He's throwing jabs. It's a fight. He's fighting. Two dudes in the schoolyard, shirt off. Let's go. We fighting. He says, our sons should go play at the park. Two light-skinned kids. The shit would be cute unless you don't want to be seen with anyone that isn't blacker than you. Right now, he's getting back to Kendrick's overly black appearance in his conceptualized music. Seems to be overly, heavily black, leaning toward black issues, right? We get it. We got it. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. We get it that you like to put gin in your juice. We get it that you think you bishop in juice. So I'm going to stop right there. We're going to keep it moving. So I'm going to just say this and keep it moving. I don't know, and I'm not one of these people that try to say someone doesn't feel their blackness. But to me, this sounds like somebody making fun of blackness, as if it's embarrassing. He said, I got it. We got it. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Got it. In a dismissive tone. We get it that you like to put gin in your juice. Well, that's what black people do. They put gin in their juice. What's wrong? Your pops probably put gin in his juice. What's wrong with that? We get it that you think you bishop in juice. Okay. I like that bar. Is it self-defense because your girl is bigger than you? Your back is up against the curve. You digging for dirt. Should be digging for proof. Why did you move to New York? Is it because you live in that bachelor life? Proposed in 2015, but don't want to make her your actual wife? That's a good bar. That's a good bar. I'm guessing his wedding isn't happening, right? Because we know the girls that you actually like. Your darkest secrets are coming to light. It's all in your face like what happened to Mike. Oh shit, it's all making sense. Maybe I'm Prince and you actually Mike. Michael was praying for his features to change so people would actually believe that he's actually white. I don't know. It's good wordplay, but it just don't add up to Kendrick. It don't make sense to Kendrick, but it's good wordplay even still. And wait, you say your brother Jermaine, but you wanted him to stay out the light. Oh shit, just follow me, right? Because nothing you saying could bother me, right? I get off the plane and nothing's changed. I head to Delia with all of my ice. He repeats that a little bit. He said this shit's over by this shit gotta be over by now for anyone out here that's calling it right. You're dead. There's nothing to hide. There's nowhere to hide. They hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat your queen. The picture you painted ain't what it seems. You're dead. So let's imagine, let's say everything he said is true. Kendrick is beating his girl. Kendrick is he's short. He's a fake black activist, right? And he won't marry his girlfriend. Do I have it all? Is that everything? Is that everything we got? That he said? Because I want to be accurate when I go to this one. Because, okay. I don't know if we can say Kendrick beat his girl or not. I have no idea. But I just personally don't. There's certain stuff that Kendrick says I just don't know or believe about Drake. I don't believe that even if they've had a fight or two, this girl don't seem like the kind of girl that's going to be getting beat. But let's just assume that's true now. All of that, Drake fans ate it up. And a lot of people that's not Drake fans necessarily, but they just like the battle, they ate it up. He's a wife beater, they going online. He's a woman beater, da-da-da. I've never seen nothing like this where this man could say this much stuff in this verse about a guy and almost none of it is being addressed online. They're making the most noise about this you beat your girl thing than I've ever seen about anything about any rapper saying about another rapper. But then I go over here and he's talking to his son, his mom, his dad, and then to him. This is one of the most creative, for lack of a better word, dissertation therapy breakdowns in the history of rap. This is the greatest rap battle in history. I'm going to just tell you that. I know you want to have opinions. You want to say, this is mid, da-da-da. No rap battle has had this much attention ever. There have never been two figures in hip-hop that have garnered this kind of attention to the level where popular magazines are covering this for days. People are getting more money from covering this than they ever have gotten for anything related to rap battles or rap beat. It's never happened. You couldn't have made it this fast. These YouTubers are eating better than ever. They're dropping reaction videos. I'm dropping them, but this is my last one. This man, I'm gonna break this down. So let's assume everything's screwed. Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that that man is your father. Let's be honest. It takes a man to be a man. Your dad is not responsive. I look at him and wish your grandpa would have wore a condom. I'm sorry that you got to grow up and then stand behind him. Life is hard. I know the challenge is always going to be, but this is home. Sometimes our parents make mistakes that affect us until we're grown. And you a good kid that needs good leadership. Let me be your mentor since your daddy don't teach you shit. Never let a man piss on your leg, son. Either you die right there or pop that man in the head, son. So let's just stop right there. Let's assume everything's true. Let's assume that Drake, like they said, did get pissed on his leg. I believe it was either DMX or somebody is pissed on Drake's leg. So let's just be honest, right? Let's just be honest. There's a lot of tough talk coming out of Drake's camp right now. Drake is talking really, really tough. But there is quite a history of things happening to Drake that it shouldn't warrant the amount of tough talk. I'm just being honest. So right here, Kendrick just said he's talking to his son, which he told him in 2 lines, you shouldn't have mentioned my son. He not only mentioned to him, he made a whole direct verse to him. That is more creative than that entire song. This dude made a verse to your son, then your mom, then your dad, and then you. For the people that's saying that Drake won, I'm trying to figure out how. I'm trying to understand what you're seeing. What that rap I just read to you, is more these battles are about disrespecting each other. Am I bugging out? Because when I say name your top 5 battles, you're going to say, hit 'em up, records, second round knockout, no Vaseline, right? The bitch and you mix in whatever. Every battle record going to be disrespectful. Am I right or wrong? So if this battle's about being disrespectful, what's more disrespectful than sitting down your son, sitting down your mom, sitting down your dad, and talking directly to him about this dude that is trash? I don't know what's more disrespectful than that. He just said, son, don't let nobody pee on your leg like your dad did. I'm just trying to understand why I'm on Twitter arguing with people that I have to tell them that this is over. This was supposed to be disrespectful. It got extremely disrespectful. Next level. He sat your son down and told him dudes pissed on you when you thought you was a rapper. And you didn't do nothing. He's telling your son, don't ever let them do that. Kill that man. This is the stuff that people don't want to address. I'm trying to figure out how a man who got his leg peed on is going to talk tough to another man. I'm just being honest, bro. At some point, you just do the J. Cole and move on. With this much information and we just getting started. We just getting started. He said, either you die right there or pop that man in the head, son. Never fall in the escort business. That's bad religion. He's saying that he's buying escorts, which Drake will never address. He said, please remember you could be a bitch even if you got bitches. Never code switch, whether right or wrong, you're a black man. Even if you don't benefit your goals, even if it don't benefit your goals, do some push-ups. Get some discipline. Don't cut them corners like your daddy did. F what Ozempic did. Don't pay to play with them Brazilians. Get a gym membership. Understand, no throwing rocks and hiding hands, that's law. Don't be ashamed about who you with. That's how you treat your moms. Don't have a kid to hide again, be sure. 5% will comprehend, but 95 is lost. Be proud of who you are. Your strength comes from within. A lot of superstars, that's real, but your daddy ain't one of them. And you ain't nothing like him. You'll carry yourself as a king. Can't understand me right now, but just play this when you're 18. That is powerful. That alone is an awful verse for if I'm on the receiving end of that, and I know any of that is true. He just said, I wish your dad wore a condom. He said, I wish your grandpa would have wore a condom. He said, I wish this dude didn't exist. Let me keep it moving. Verse 2. Dear Sandra, he's talking to his mom. Your son got some habits. I hope you don't undermine them, especially with all the girls that's hurt inside this climate. You're a woman, so how does it feel to be in alignment with emotion and hoping a man can see you and not be blinded? Dear Dennis, you gave birth to a master manipulator. Even using you to prove he is who he is a huge favor. I think you should ask for more paper and more paper and more paper. I'm blaming you for all his gambling addictions, psychopath intuitions, the man who liked to play victim. You raised a horrible effing person. The nerve of you, Dennis. Sandra, sit down. What I'm about to say is heavy. Now listen. Your son's a sick man with sick thoughts. I think N-words like him should die. Him and Weinstein should get effed up in a cell for the rest of their life. He hates black women, hypersexualizes them. He with kinks of nympho fetish. Grew facial hair because he understands a beard would just fit him better. Now, this is my thing right here. If I'm a woman and I don't even blink at that, I'm gone. Women are overlooking the craziest of stuff to defend Drake. If I'm a woman, I'm going to say, well, damn, does he really do that? Does he hypersexualize women? Yes. That's all you are in any of his songs is for sex. That's the definition of hypersexualizing. But for some reason, the biggest supporters on this Twitter thing is women. They put zero thought. That went right over their head. They went straight to the baby. He doesn't have a baby, duh. Why are you saying that? It's all lies. He said with kinks of a nympho fetish. He got sex offenders on OVO that he keeps on a monthly allowance. A child should never be compromised and he keeping his child around them. Not one single Drake fan said a word about this. They did not say a word about this. They never asked, was it true? Never asked who it was, who it might be. They never raised a thought of this. They still talking about Kendrick beats his wife. Because Drake said it's true. We got to raise our daughters knowing there's predators like him lurking. F a rap battle, he should die so all of these women could live with a purpose. I've been in this industry 12 years. I'm going to tell y'all one little secret. There's some weird stuff going on, and some of these artists are here to police it. They be streamlining victims to further push their agenda. To any woman that be playing this music, know that you're playing your sister. Or better, you're selling your niece to weirdos, not the good ones. Cat Williams said, get you the truths. So I'ma get mines. The embassy about to get raided too. It's only a matter of time. He's saying that they're about to raid Drake's house. No one. These ain't even lyrics no more, bro. This not even diss records no more. Now, I told you, we're gonna assume everything's true. Everything is true. So Kendrick is a God complex, fake black activist who hits his wife and pretends to be a gangbanger. Drake is a narcissist over-sexualizing women who keeps pedophiles on his payroll and who is streaming women on Tinder under fake accounts and not raising his kids and did not claiming his baby moms and not claiming other kids. He's hiding the moms. But let me keep this moving. Hey, LeBron, keep the family away. Hey, Kerry, keep the family away. I'm going to skip all that. He says they're a pervert that lives, keep the family safe. I'm going to go to verse 3. Dear baby girl, I'm sorry that your father not active inside your world. He don't commit too much, but his music, that's for sure. He's a narcissist, a misogynist, living inside his songs, try to destroy families rather than taking care of his own. Should be teaching you timetables or watching Frozen with you, or at your 11th birthday singing poems with you. Instead, he be in Turks paying for sex and popping perks. Examples that you don't deserve. I want to tell you that you're loved, you're brave, you're kind. You got a gift to change the world and could change your father's mind. Because our children is the future, but he lives inside confusion. Money's always been an illusion, but that's the life he's used to. This dude said he's in Turks, paying for sex and popping perks, which is a man's prerogative. But for Kendrick to know that means somebody is telling him. He doesn't chill with Drake. So the whole thing about the mole, I saw a lot of talk online that the mole was Drake planning the mole into Kendrick's, feeding Kendrick information. So he can come out with a diss and it all be wrong. Well, I'm waiting for him to prove it wrong because he had a picture of now it could be, it's a picture of a shirt and it has 2 pill bottles. It has some receipts. Has Aubrey Graham on the pill bottles, a Maybach glove. It could be AI. It could be AI. Or it could be the person that's really in Drake's camp, lined all that up on the bed, took a picture of it. They're saying that this is really from Drake's dad's suitcase. They're saying that that's not fake, that is real. That that was in his dad's suitcase. So they don't know how it got to him. Academics himself said that. They don't know how it got to Kendrick, but that was in Drake's, the Ozempic bottles and the other stuff. All of them pills was in Drake's, allegedly. I don't know. But what I do know is this. If this was said the other way around, they would be killing Kendrick for this. Because he has someone in his camp that's taking pictures of his stuff, sending it to him, telling him dirt on him. Which is what he said in 6:16. Again, I don't know why I'm having this conversation that this might even be close. Someone in this guy's own camp is feeding information to the enemy to kill him. And he don't know who it is, and he don't have the lyrical dexterity to deal with it. Because he hit him with one bomb about him hitting his girl, which Kendrick already said himself. So everything you're saying has already been said. Let me keep this moving. And that was the big knock on Kendrick. He's saying everything that everybody already said. Everything he's saying is already said. They already said this. I'm not going past an hour. So let me finish this. He said he's hiding a child. He said you're strong and brave. Your dad is blah, blah, blah. He's sitting on the... He said, I don't want to hear you chase a man. Sitting in the club with sugar daddies for validation. Love, da-da-da-da. Your father's just playing a song when it rains. He's a hit maker for sure. But he's a deadbeat that should never say more life. Meet the Grams. Then he goes into talk directly to Kendrick. He said, Aubrey, I know you think I came to stop your party. I don't have a hating bone in my body. Which he do. He kind of hate this dude, but we'll keep it moving. This is supposed to be a good exhibition within the game, but you effed up the moment you called out my family's name. Why you stoop so low to discredit this decent people? I guess integrity is lost when the metaphors doesn't reach you. And I like to understand because your house was never home. But you 37 showing up like a 7-year-old. You got gambling problems, drinking problems, pill popping and spending problems. Bad with money, whorehouse listening, women problems. Therapy's a lovely start. He's talking to you. He's just talking to you. On some grown up, man, he's sunning you. And you're not going to hear none of it. If any of this is true, dude needs some help. But his fans don't care about any of it. Any of it. I would suggest some ayahuasca, strip the ego from the bottom. I try to empathize with you because I know you ain't been through nothing. Crave entitlement, but you want to be liked so bad that it's puzzling. I believe all of that. No dominance. Let's recap moments you didn't fit in. No secret handshakes with your friend. No coach or cachet to bench. You just disrespecting your mother. He's saying that he was a young kid. You know how these young kids are, especially the way they be crazy with their moms. I'm just going to be honest with you. Right? I'm just going to be honest with you. He's saying that you was disrespecting your mother. Identities on the fence. Don't know which family will love you. The skin that you're living in is compromised in personas. Don't channel your masculinity even when you're standing next to a woman. You're a body shame. You go body shamer. You go hide them baby mamas, ain't you? You embarrassed of them. That ain't right. That ain't how mama raised us. Why believe you? You never gave us nothing to believe in because you lied about religious views. You lied about your surgery. You lied about your accent and your past tense is all perjury. You lied about your ghostwriters. You lied about your crew members. Then they all pussy. You lied on them. I know they all got you in them. You lied on your son. You lied on your daughter. You lied on them other kids that's out here hoping that you come. You lied about the only artist that can offer you some help. I think I skipped a line in there. I skipped the lie. F for battle. This is a lifelong battle with yourself. This is what I want to say. All of that is devastating. Like I said, we're going to believe it's all true. Now imagine the one person, let's say Kendrick, right? Let's just imagine for some reason, some world where we believe that he beats on the women. He beats on the his significant other. Let's just imagine that. Just imagine that. Which he's already came out and said there was a false case that he beat some woman up, some girl up, that went viral and he was going to get taken to court. It was false. He said that, I don't know why people would even believe something so heinous, why a person would make up a rumor this crazy, but it never happened. So why would a man who clearly has respect for women beat his own woman? Now, let's be honest. Maybe they got into a tussle, right? We saw Jay-Z on the elevator. He got into a tussle. He couldn't, whatever. We get it. It happens. But let's talk about the other guy. If you're going to the lengths, which is allegedly a few years ago, there's some girl that accused him of having a baby. That was his baby. Went and filed court records and everything. And then out of nowhere, she goes quiet and the social medias are gone. You do the research. I don't know everything. I'm just telling you, there was a girl who said he was the father. She went to court allegedly, and then out of nowhere, she disappeared, not dead or nothing. She just stopped talking and took all her social medias down. That sounds like somebody was paid. I'm just going to be honest. Now, what we're going to do right here, we're going to wrap this up. I'm not going to be arguing with you people that don't understand the lyricism of this. This guy is saying this guy is the worst person on earth. He's lying about literally everything he says and does. He's popping pills. He's not taking care of his kids. I don't know none of this is true, but I'm talking about in the length of a battle, in the parameters of a hip hop battle. He's hitting with way more stuff. He even posted a picture with receipts of the ring that he supposedly, Drake did a video for Family Matters. In the video, there is a ring that he's supposedly saying or insinuating that it's Kendrick's girl's engagement ring. He's supposed to be, but the receipt in the picture that he used, that Kendrick used in the album cover, has a receipt from a jeweler. Somebody took a picture of the money, allegedly, that Drake spent for that ring, for that video. They sent that to Kendrick. Kendrick, listen, please pay attention to me right here. Kendrick put the picture up with the receipt from the ring before. As soon, he already had it because he used it for the album cover. Matter of fact, he cropped it, the glove, when he dropped 616. So he had the picture way before that. He used that for 616. When Drake dropped the other part, he dropped the full picture and used it for the cover of Meet the Grams. Somebody already told him that Drake was going to use a ring for the video when he dissed them. Somebody already told him that. So you saying that there's no mold doesn't add up. So when it's all said and done, right? I am looking at what appears to be damage control of the highest level. I am looking at what Kendrick called a master manipulator. And I don't know this guy from a hole in the wall, but I do see a lot of weird suspect activity. And the problem with this is I don't care. I'm not here to judge this person, Drake. I don't care. I don't care about nothing going on. But what I do have a problem with, and I'm going to sign off, is that nobody else seems to care either. And when I'm in regards to, they're jumping to defend a man. They have no idea what his real MO is. They're not even questioning if he's done any of these heinous acts that he's accused of. I am done. I don't want to hear no more records from either one of these dudes. I will not be doing any more videos about this situation. I'm done. This whole subject is it got too dark. Not to mention from the rappers themselves, because it's mad negative, which it's supposed to be. But I don't know how many more records I can take of negativity. I don't listen to music just for negativity. I low-key had to put on some new music that ain't got nothing to do with rapping. Salute to Dua Lipa for releasing an amazing project. I'm listening to that right now. I don't want to hear no more rap. I'm dead ass. I don't want to talk to no more rappers. I'm sick of people's opinions. They so ridiculous. I can't even stomach it. Right? I'm done. Anything you want to hit me up, if you know me directly, I will respond to this video in the comments. Whatever you write down there, I would definitely respond. I'm not going to be on social media talking about this absolutely no more. So if you want to talk about this to me, put it in the comments down below. CLBMG. Every Wednesday night we go live. The What Show, we talk about everything else. I don't even think I'm talking about this.
I don't know if the guys want to talk about it, if TJ and Fliz want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm done with it. I'm dead ass. When you tune in this week, we're not going to be talking about this. I don't care what's going on. So, it is what it is. We got the mix down. We got the Old Heads Only podcast. That's live every Monday with me and Four Eyes. We have special guests. That's it, bro.
CLB.